Welcome to ETTV. I'm Bill Burt, and this is Burt Talk Sports. I'm here with Jeff Nelson, scout with the Utah Jazz. And Jeff, we've been here now. I've been doing this seems like all year, but it's been a couple of weeks.
Sure.
We're at Game 7, which is on Thursday night in Los Angeles. I will say we basically probably wasted our time the last couple of weeks because we sort of expected it would come to this, but we're having fun. We're talking basketball. Game 6. I'm not totally shocked, maybe shocked a little bit that the Celtics sort of gave up early. What were your thoughts on Game 6?
I think a little bit of human nature played into the game. I think when you're, when you're doing anything, when you have a chance that you can lose and there's no really repercussions, I think that mindset is you save yourself a little bit. Maybe they stopped playing as hard as they could have. I think when Perkins got hurt, I think they worried more about Perkins than they did about winning the game. I think that had some effect on them. But I think back in your mind, when you know you have another chance at redemption, I think you kind of, human nature lets that take place, and that was part of it. And the other part was that they just didn't play very well. They turned the ball over a lot, and their bench doesn't produce on the road like they do at home, that's for sure.
I'm going to go my anti-LA slant here. The fans and the team gave a supreme effort. It's really the first time they came out, and that's even including the first 2 games. In the last 3 in Boston, A+, but it reminds me of LA. It's not real. I don't trust it, and I believe the big game in the series was Game 5, and that's why I'm sticking with I think the Celtics win. But that being said, Perkins probably not playing.
Yep.
Throws a little monkey wrench into what the Celtics are going to do because they don't have as many fouls to throw at whoever they're going to throw at. What do you think?
Well, I think we talked about it a little bit about the Lakers being sort of in Game 5 one-dimensional with Kobe only and everybody kind of standing around and watching. And that wasn't the case last night. Artest was much more active on the offensive end. I think Kobe said he established some nice rhythms. He had some nice rhythm to his game. He made some shots. And when Perkins wasn't playing, then Gasol doesn't have that pest on his back all that time. I think Gasol's a lot more confident knowing he can rise up over Big Baby and score. He can go by Garnett with his quickness. I think Perkins gives him trouble, upsets him, throws his timing off a little bit. So I think Perkins not being in the game is a big asset for the Lakers.
One striking thing about this series, we haven't had one game where it came down to the last series or 2.
Sure.
It's been one team in control for the most part of each game. I'm going to be honest, I feel this is probably going to be the game where we're going to go back tooth and nail, and it might come down to a last shot.
I think it's going to be the last 5 minutes, best team wins. I think that's what it's going to come down to. I think it's going to be, can you stop the other team? And, can you get a good quality shot each time down the floor? Who's going to step up for the Celtics? Will they rely on Pierce? Will Ray Allen be hot from the outside? Will Rondo? Rondo in the last couple of games has really shot the ball poorly from the perimeter, and even worse from the free throw line. So do they play Rondo in the last 5 minutes and try to put him on the line if they're behind? That might be an advantage to them. But I think what you're seeing is that, I think the Celtics have to find a way to get the ball in Pierce's hands at the end of the game, and he's got to take over. That's the way I think they have to win.
Game 7, we got all the bench players from both teams who have played roles in this. Is this really the game, though? It's going to come down to the big guys at the end.
Yeah, I think you're talking about there's no tomorrow. You're not saving it. You're not pacing it. So you can play Kevin Garnett for 45 minutes. You can play Paul Pierce for 42 minutes. You can play all those guys and just let it roll. I don't think you have to worry about subbing in the next game and worrying about getting on a plane, playing another game. Now you just got to let it all hang out. So you're going to see maybe Rasheed Wallace for 38 minutes tomorrow night.
The Lakers have a decided advantage in rebounding. Even though the Celtics have out-rebounded 3 times and won 3 games, can the Celtics still win if the Lakers get a slight rebound advantage?
I think they can still win, but obviously rebounding has been the key to the series. The team that's out-rebounded them has won the game convincingly.
If I ask you one question, give me one Celtics player who you think will answer the challenge and have a great game tomorrow. Who will it be?
I think it's Paul Pierce. I think he's going to step up and have a big game. I think he always plays well in these kinds of games. And I think he's has a chance to play the best in this game.
How about on the Lakers side?
Lakers side, you got to go with Kobe, but you also have the X factor of Gasol, hurting him on the offensive boards, being able to go one-on-one when you double-team Kobe, and Gasol could be the difference.
Jeff, it's been fun doing this. We'll bring you in for afterwards
Sounds
to post-mortem, talk about the parade, or talk about the bridge jumping that's going to go on at the Tobin Bridge. We've had a few tough losses here in Boston the last couple of years.
I think you're looking at, a Celtics loss. You're looking at a complete different team next year. Maybe a new coach. Maybe Ray Allen not there. Paul Pierce now, with the way the collective bargaining agreement is, he could actually opt out of his contract this year and maybe try to sign with somebody else and get a big contract before the new collective bargaining agreement. So this could be the last time you see this big Celtics 5, so to speak.
All right, I got the Celtics by 3 in a great game.
I got the Celtics by 6.
Wow.
Bill Russell's number.
Well, you're taking me one step further. All right, Jeff, thanks for everything. We'll have you in after the game on Thursday night, and I hope you come back to watch ETTV.